The reason I didn't address any of this sooner is because I was terrified of jeopardizing the success of the event, because there are a lot more people involved in this than just Anissa and I didn't want to fuck it up for them. These are people that I really care about, and I felt like it would be very selfish if I was like, I understand public perception right now, guys. I'm just gonna make a quick 10-minute video and I'll squash all the rumors, I'll squash all the beef.
So I'm gonna take my time and actually be charitable with this video, because you know what? He's taking his time, he's sitting down in front of the camera, he's addressing all of the shit, he's at least doing that much so that there's supposedly nothing else in question on the table. So, and the least I can do is be a bit charitable, you know, for how mean I was.
I think a lot of the content I've made has been irresponsible and misguided. And I think I've hurt a lot of people with the content I've made. You know, despite many people being entertained by it, you know, I'm not trying to take that away from you. If you feel like you've learned important lessons or you have grown as a person because of the content I've made, I don't want to take that away from you. With some good can come a lot of bad. And I think I've done a lot of bad, and you know, at the bare minimum, I've just put a lot of negativity out there in the world, and I'm working on not doing that.
Well, this point is so amazing and wonderful from you, Ian. Thank you very much. I mean, at the end of the day, you still do associate yourself with people like H3H3, who is arguably one of the most negative shit stains on the internet currently. The stuff like laughing at Dr. Mike's mom dying.
Boxing for 10 years ever since my mom passed away, and it's been such a...
He's fighting with the spirit of his dead mom, too.
I don't have any of that.
Yeah, your mom's alive, right?
Yeah.
Nah, see? I'm just saying.
Alright, but he'll get into the jokes that are actually too far, you know, guys. Don't worry, let's wait for him to get to that.
Fight crime. Abort black baby. The main reason Froggy was kicked from the card was for collaborating with Sam Hyde.
So there we go. He comes out and he just says it, ladies and gents. No Sam Hyde allowed around his event. Nuh-uh-uh. If you have to associate with me, you can't associate with him. That would just be too evil. That would be awful of you. And why, might you ask? Well, he goes on to explain that it's because Sam Hyde has been making some edgy jokes, some crazy statements about my wife and harassing me. Let's see those statements.
Was saying this about my wife.
I don't think so, Anissa. Bitch. Ho. Fucking Anissa. What an ugly piece of shit. But look how beat she is. Oh, nice jack-o'-lantern teeth.
That's like
I can't wait to see what she looks like when she's 32. Her teeth look like a pumpkin head. Like, it's the Anissa Joma hole stretcher. I'm sending this to Anissa's OnlyFans. It goes directly into charity.
Yeah.
Everybody hates him and his wife's a slut.
Which, okay, let's get the charity gloves out, ladies and gents. Yeah, alright, well, I see where he's coming from. Yeah, those could be pretty over the line, you know, if someone was saying that about my girlfriend or wife or whatever, and especially if it was just some random retard on the fucking internet, I'd just be like, okay, well, go fuck yourself. But it all is a lot different whenever you put into account that he said he's fine with jokes about the OnlyFans shit, and, you know, that she puts that all out there in the public herself, that she's not hiding it. It's not like her just being on the sideline, not being a public figure, not trying to be on camera, speaking for him or anything like that. And then also trying to be safe from everyone's critiques, criticisms, and jokes. It's like, it's the weird double standard that they want. They want to be famous, but also not allow anyone to make fun of them. So, I don't know, man. I mean, it's the internet, and people will be edgy, and you've said far worse in the past, buddy. So, okay, whatever. I guess you don't have to associate with it, but at least acknowledge that you're kind of an autist right now, and you just sound gay, bro. Ian then goes on to explain, well, I'm not very happy with good old little Froggy Fresh here. You know, he's been very rude, and I'm not happy with his behavior. Okay, Ian, number one, you can't really expect the guy to be happy with you and still cordial with you after you kicked him from the event. I mean, clearly there was some sort of bad blood here, and, especially whenever your Anissa's mom was one of the people who was kind of initiating him getting kicked out, calling him an imp and attacking him on Twitter and shit, which is like, hey, I mean, you can't have it both ways, but I'm sorry. It's like, I understand what you're trying to do and you want to have a fun event, but then you also have some of the skeletons in the closet, per se.
Just fight someone who's weaker than you.
So I'm done with boxing. I can fulfill my current obligations. If for some reason Creator Clash changed their mind, I could fulfill my current obligations. I'm not interested in going further in any other boxing.
It's such a fucking cop-out that you're like, all right, I'm such a victim for getting kicked off the Creator Clash event when I knew what would get me kicked off the Creator Clash event.
So, I'll give it to Ian there. He's definitely kind of right there. Froggy, you're a bit of a fucking bitch for not wanting to do the whole Misfits thing because you think it's way out of your league. There's plenty of people over at Misfits that are probably much worse than you and much weaker than you that you could easily clobber if you wanted to, but no, you just kind of want to force your way into Creator Clash, and that's all right. I guess that's your prerogative, whatever. And then Ian goes on to say he knows what he got kicked out for, and he showed some screenshots between him and Froggy, and these screenshots clearly showed that there was a bit of miscommunication. Froggy didn't seem to understand exactly what Idubbbz was upset about, exactly what he wasn't allowed to do, and it just seems like there was some sort of miscommunication here that wasn't happening, you know what I mean? And then he perceived Anissa as trying to manipulate the situation, which, that's his own thing, whatever. I don't really care about Anissa anymore. But, what kind of took me aback a little bit was whenever Ian randomly brought up the fact that, I guess Froggy Fresh doesn't enjoy sex work all that much, or at least makes jokes about it, whatever, what have you. That's his opinion. He's allowed to make jokes about it if he wants. And he calls him misogynistic for that, and I'm like, bro, how'd you get so gay? Like, just shut up. I don't really think that this is going to be a good argument for you, because, in what way does him just making jokes about, sex work, blah, blah, woof, woof, and just kind of not overall supporting it, that's not misogynistic. It's kind of just like more of a moral question rather than like a real on, like, I don't like women, whatever thing. I don't know. It's very, very stupid, very weak point from him, but overall, I guess, what can I say? It was an okay response. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. There's clearly been much worse responses in the past. I can understand where he's coming from, not wanting to be associated with, Sam at all, especially with some of the comments he's made. It's his prerogative. He's allowed to do that. And, overall, like, comment, and subscribe for more videos from your boy. I'm gonna be a little bit more sane this video. We're not going so hard in the paint, ladies and gents, but spread the propaganda, show everyone, the cuckoldry, whatever you want, I don't care. Okay, gay retard out.